So essentially, you've got to find two things: a slope, which you can get, and then secondly, you need a point. So let's do the slope first. Do you remember the equation of the slope?
Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
Yes. It doesn't really matter which one is x1 and y1, x2 and y2, as long as you're consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go x1, y1, x2, y2. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Okay. So that's -2 minus 8 over -1 minus a -3.
Are the ones always like the upper one?
It doesn't really matter. Like,
Oh, okay.
and maybe I should show that to you because it's important. Like, it's important that you, sometimes it's good to like try both ways and realize like, oh, they're the same, and then it doesn't matter. And then you assure yourself rather than me assuring you, which, isn't as good here. So this on the bottom becomes -1 plus 3. So -10 over 2, which is -5.
All right. I think that's.
So let's
I think that's like the part I kind of get to. My only issue is like just knowing like.
let's do this part here where we call this x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's just go through that again, just because I want you to see it, and I really think you'll appreciate this. So y2 is 8 minus y1, which is -2, over x2 is -3 minus a -1. So up top, it really becomes 8 plus 2. And then the bottom, it's -3 plus 1. 10 over -2 is
-5.
yes, and they are the same.
And would it always be like that? Like,
yes.
Okay, sweet.
As long as you don't, somehow mix up, like go x1, y2, or x2, y1, like you have to, the twos go with the same pair and the ones go with the same pair.
All right. Yeah, I guess that's the part that was like messing with me. So then,
all right. So now we'll go to y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1. So you have your slope. You follow that?
Yeah.
So there's actually two.
Like one thing, like said, note is like just knowing the formulas for everything.
You're gonna have to know this, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So make note cards, write them down on a sheet of paper. More you see them, look at them, touch them, use them.
That one, what's the name of that one again?
Point slope.
Point slope, thank you. Point slope.
Okay, and you know that because it's got a point in it, and it's got a slope. So the name is like, it's like when you look at an orange, it's an orange because you like, it's there, it's right there. Okay, so there's actually 2 point slope lines. And you're like, what? Okay, so let's try that. Let's use this first point, okay? Y minus 8 equals -5 times x minus a -3. So see how here I'm using the point -3, 8. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And then for the next one, I'm going to use the other point. Y minus -2 equals -5 x minus -1. Here I'm using the point -1, -2. They are both correct.
So
verbalize what? Yeah.
Is it because the like?
Are you asking why they're both correct?
Yeah.
Okay, they're both correct because they the point slope form of a line is going to change based on the point that you use. So rather than like try to get into this discussion, I want us to solve both of these for x, or I'm sorry, for y, and you'll see that they lead to the same line.
All right. Is that like almost showing the work for the graph?
No, it's showing the work for let me back up here. So there's three forms of a line:
All right.
point slope, slope intercept, and standard form. And point slope leads to slope intercept leads to standard form. But there are an infinite number of these, but there is only one slope intercept form of a line.
All right.
And there's only one standard form of a line.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense now.
The reason is because there's an infinite number of points on the line, but there's only one slope and one intercept, because you only ever have one of those values. So to like prove this or show this, we want to take this equation here. Let's see if I can get it all. I'm always worried I didn't grab. Let me grab both of these, and we're going to just solve them for. We're going to solve them for each for y. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to see that we're going to end up with the same equation. So this is y minus 8
equals minus 5x.
I'm gonna just distribute this negative
minus,
first, so plus 3. So because yeah, minus 5x minus 15.
minus 8, then 5x plus y equals negative 7.
We're just gonna solve for y.
Oh, okay.
So y equals negative 5x minus 7.
And
Now
then
this over here on the right should give you exactly the same.
All right. I have
Y
a
plus,
question. What would it be called if I were like to bring over the 5?
That's
And
standard form.
Standard form. Okay.
And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that for sure.
All right.
But I want to show you this as well. It kind of leads nicely to the next. This is minus 5x minus 5. Subtract 2 from both sides. Y equals minus 5x minus 7. These are exactly the same.
Yeah. And then that would mean that they would be
So let's talk about standard form, because you were just asking about that. Standard form is ax plus by equals c, with the following conditions. 1, a, b, and c are integers, meaning no fractions, no decimals.
fractions and decimals.
Okay. Second, a is positive. So if for some reason you get a negative, you have to multiply everything by -1 to make it positive.
Okay. So always positive.
Yes.
All right.
So the typical question, Zach, is the instructor, part A is to write it in point slope form, part B is in slope intercept form, and part C is in standard form. Because you progress from one to the next.
To the other, and then the other.
And sometimes they just ask for B because there's infinite solutions to A. So like in terms of like grading it, like they'd have to look at every single one to see if it's right. Whereas B, there's only one correct answer, and same with C.
All right, so it would just go like from like B to C instead of A, B, C.
Or just B, like give me the answer to part B, give me the answer to part C.
Okay.
Let's try another one here and see if your instructor, your school, it's an odd way to teach this, because there's really a better, more direct path to understanding, which is what I'm showing you tonight, where you do it in each of the three forms.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Okay. So what I really like here is you've already written these as ordered pairs. -3, 4. Actually, that's a y1, I think.
Oh, my bad. I probably just wrote it sloppy.
Yeah, and then this is your other ordered pair here. So what is your slope? And as I mentioned before, it doesn't really matter which one is x1 and y1 as long as you pair them, together.
Yeah.
So I want you on your own, if you don't mind,
minus parentheses negative.
Go ahead and work this out on your own and just
Oh.
give me your final answer when you're ready.
I guess it would be -6/2, which then becomes a -3.
So your answer is the slope is -3. All right, so let me work this out here. So I get -2 -4 over -1 minus a -3 -6/2, which is -3. Very good. So do you see you have 2 points here? One,
Yes.
2. Okay, so there are two point slope equations that you can write. Do you follow that?
Yes.
You can, so I want you to write the point slope form of the equation, which really all I'm asking you to do is substitute in this point for x1 and y1 and substitute the value in for m. So just do it for point number 1, please.
Okay.
Let me know when you're all done and I'll write out the correct answer. You can check your work.
All right. I don't really think I got this right, but I got
So I'm gonna start here. So it's y minus 4 equals -3 x minus -3.
I wrote y minus y1 equals -3 parentheses 4 minus x1.
Okay, so these are x1 and y1. That's why you wrote them up here as x1 and y1.
Oh, and then they have x1 and y1 written.
Yes. Now the connection's been made.
Okay. This makes. Oh, this is so easy then.
It is not
Oh, this is
difficult when
really
you know what to
easy.
do. So let's see if you can get the next one down.
Yeah, let's just do the first one. I think I got this.
Okay, use the second point, please.
All right.
So you got the page there, I think, too, but
-1 and -2. All right.
I'm going to start writing out the second one here. So
Now
it's
one question for this one. M would become a. Would it still be -3 because that's the slope?
yes, the slope
Okay.
does not change.
-3 parentheses x plus 2. So would the answer be y plus 2 equals -3 parentheses x plus 2?
This is -1 though, isn't it? So it's x plus 1.
Yeah.
And yes, so what you did is you introduced kind of that last piece, which is you're not supposed to multiply, but you are supposed to simplify signs. Simplify signs.
Simplify the signs. Okay.
Yeah, which means, 2 negatives.
All right.
Okay, now last little piece here. I want you to take this right here, this y minus 4. Let me move this over a little bit, and I'm going to grab this other line here. Okay, move that over. And what I want you to do is I want you to solve for y.
All right.
Because you should get the same thing when you solve for y. Solving for y means y is by itself. So take
solve it in standard form.
Say that one more time.
Solve it in standard form.
No, solve for y. Just get y by itself.
All right.
So let me just scroll up and what you should see is they should be exactly the same. And that's what I'm asking you to do is this same set of work here. Okay. So take 1 to 2 minutes, whatever you need there, and just check back with me when you're done.
Is it y equals minus 3x plus 1?
Y equals minus 3x minus 9 plus 4. Y equals minus 3x plus 1. Definitely for the first one. Did you get the same thing for the second?
Let me double check. Minus 3x minus 3. I think I got y equals minus 3x plus 1.
So see, this is really minus 9 here, plus 5.
Plus 5.
I'm sorry, minus 5.
Oh, minus 5. Oh, so then.
Okay. And then here, when you subtract 2, you get y equals minus
5.
3x minus 5.
Huh. I don't know where I went wrong with this. I think. Oh, you multiply it. I somehow like added it in a way. Here, wait. I want to do this again with like
Yeah, look.
different thing. Oh, you there?
Say that one more time.
Oh, you there?
I'm sorry, Zach. I just didn't understand. Are you?
Oh,
Did you get it? Is it clear?
yeah. Do you think I could do like one more like practice problem with it?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Let me come up with one.
All right, thank you.
Let me just have you. Let me just have you do this for the time being.
Okay.
Let's see if y plus 3 equals negative 2 times x minus 3. I want you to just solve for y, please.
Solve for y. Sounds good. Y plus 3. Is it y equals minus 2x plus 3?
Yes. So we get plus 6. I'm sorry. Did you say minus 3 or plus 3?
I said plus 3.
Okay, yeah, because you subtract 3 from both sides, so you get, yeah, y equals minus 2x plus 3. So what I'm doing on my side is I'm trying to find an equation of a line to make this make this go well. And then I got to find points on the line, so it's a little bit harder than I thought. Let's try another one here. So let's go with y minus 1 equals negative 2x minus 2. That's one of them. And then the other one will be y plus 1 equals negative 2x. I'm sorry, y plus 7 equals x minus 1.
All right.
Let me just check that this is actually what I want. Yes. Okay, so give this one a try here, please.
All right, and just solve for y?
Yes.
Sounds good. Okay, I got y equals minus 2x plus 5 for the first one, and y equals minus 2x minus 5 for the second one.
Oh, I'm sorry. That should be a +1.
Oh, okay. Then I'd
That will change it.
then I'd get a positive 5 for the second one too.
Okay, great. So they both work out the same. Excellent. Okay, so let's go
And that
back.
would be, like, would I just say they're like equal or like they're both the same?
Well, they're both, yeah, it's y equals minus 2x plus 5. They're supposed to be. Like they both converge to the same equation.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try one more example from your notes here, and then we'll maybe transition to something else. But what I'm looking for here, there's like, for me, the first thing I want you to find is the slope. Okay, for these.
Alright.
The second thing is that I want the 2-point slope forms of a line.
So would x, like the first row, be like x1 and y1, and the
Sure,
second
yeah, that makes sense to me.
All right. So would I be graphing this?
No, you're gonna find the slope.
Oh, okay. Oh, y2 minus 1. Okay. I don't know why that like took me so long.
That's okay.
X2 equals. I got like a 2 is the slope.
2 is the slope, yes.
And then points of forms. All right. So my okay, would it be y minus 5 equals 2 parentheses x minus 1?
Yes, that's one of them. What is
Alright.
the other?
I'll go do the other one.
Okay, all right, great.
And then the other one is y minus 7 equals 2 parentheses x minus 2.
Yes, now I want you to take each of these and I want you to solve for y.
Solve for y? All right.
Yes.
All right. I got y equals 2x plus 3 for both of them.
Excellent. Okay. Great. Now, this is your call here. So we've done a lot of work. Let me just go up to this flow chart again. We've been doing a lot of work from going like A to B. We should maybe do some problems like going B to C, but looking at like your extra practice, that's kind of a cool thing to do, or talk about if you think that's useful. You tell me what makes the most sense for us to go to next.
Like just wait, sorry, could you repeat that again?
Well, I'm suggesting we do some problems like going from B to C.
Okay, that's a
which we
good
haven't
idea.
really done yet, but you've sent me a bunch of things here that are related. But you know, you're the customer.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
what do you want to do? What do you need most right now for us to go through?
Honestly, here, let me double check one of my papers. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's go from like problems like B to C. Because I feel like the test really is gonna be like that one paper where it's has like the graph and then the B, then the C, and then like the two equations possible. I think like I liked that we've been doing that. I'm gonna just
Okay.
keep doing what you think we're doing.
Okay. So for example here, let's go look at a problem. Let's go really simple trivial problem is what they call it. Let's say it's y equals minus 4x plus 5. So to put this in standard form, let's review what standard form is. It is ax plus by equals c. So in other words, you're getting x and y on one side. So
Mhm.
what would you do on the left to move this x over?
Um, I guess you'd make it 4x plus y
4x plus y equals 5.
equals 5.
Now, does this satisfy the conditions we talked about? Are a, b, and c integers? 4, comma 1, comma 5, are they integers? Meaning not fractions, not decimals.
Yeah,
Good. Second condition is that a has to be positive. Well, a is
yep.
4, so that works.
And then,
So
yeah.
we're done. So let's try another example here. So that we'll increase the difficulty slightly. Y equals 2x minus 8. What do you
Uh,
need to do to move this over? You're going to
it would be
subtract,
minus 2x plus y, but you
but that
equals,
violates the second condition,
but you can't have the x be negative.
right? So you can multiply by a -1.
So then it would become 2x minus y equals 8.
Yes.
And would I have to write it as 1y or just y?
I'm just doing that for emphasis. It's really just y.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we did that. Great. So here's the more common example. Y equals minus x over 3. Let me just not do it. Let me just do it differently. Sorry, let me get into too many things here. 1/3 x minus 4, we'll say. So do you see it? Do you see how this is a fraction? We haven't looked at that yet. How do you clear the fraction?
Would you multiply by like the bottom number?
Yes, you multiply everything by the bottom number.
All right. So then I guess 3y equals would it become just x minus 12?
Yes.
And you have to bring it over, so then negative x plus 3y equals negative 12. Can't have the x be negative, so parentheses times 1,
Yep. Multiply everything by -1. X minus 3y equals
12.
12.
All right,
Okay.
this isn't too hard either.
Now some teachers will tell you to move the 1/3 first. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should clear the fractions first, and I'll show you an example of why you would do that next. So let's say you have y equals minus 2/3 x minus 3/4. Now you have two fractions.
Two fractions.
So how do you clear two fractions? It's not just multiplying by the bottom number now. It's
I
slightly
guess
more.
would you multiply the bottoms together?
That works. You're trying to
Or
find the
find the oh, I can't remember the exact word, but like figure out the first number they both like become.
yeah, the LCD, least common denominator,
LCD.
or least common multiple.
So then I guess would be 12.
Yeah, so it happens to be the number that they multiply by, but not always. That's like, oh, when you multiply, that one always works, but it is not necessarily
Yeah.
the lowest. So you get 12y
12y.
equals. Now it's better to divide. Like when I like this 12 times 2/3, you're looking at it as multiplication. I look at it as divide by 3, then multiply.
Okay, so then minus 4 times 2, so -8. And
Right.
then 3 times 3, would it be 9? -9?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Then it would be 8x plus 12y equals -9.
Right. Now let's do an example here where we talk about what you just said. So let's say it's y equals minus 1/2 x plus 5/6. So let's say you didn't know any better and you're like, I'm going to multiply Matthew by 12.
Uh-huh.
You're like, because I just 2 times 6 is 12. I'm happy. That's 12. Great. Okay. So we get 12y. You divide first. So minus 6x plus 10. And then you move this over. You get 6x plus 12y equals 10. And you're happy, right? You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got, and you get your grade back on the exam. It's like 8 out of 10. And you're like, what did I get wrong? Well, you didn't see how everything here is divisible by 2.
2.
That's why you have to choose the LCM or LCD.
So for that one, would I like multiply it by 3 or something to like make the 2 a 6?
Well, let's look at what the least common denominator is between 2 and 6. It can be one of the numbers, which in this case is 6.
All right.
So let me show you that down here. So do you see how we got to this final answer, right? 3x plus 6y, divide everything by 2.
E.
So do this for me.
Okay.
Multiply this thing by 6 and let me know what you get when you move everything over.
Y equals minus 3x plus 5. And then
Say that one more time.
y equals minus 3x plus 5.
You have
And
to
then,
multiply everything. 3.
oh, 3y. So 3y equals minus 3x plus 5. Then we,
But you're multiplying by 6, aren't you?
oh, okay. 6y. So 3x plus 6y equals 5.
Yes. And is that the same as this line up here?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So you got to be careful there. You got to be careful. Like if you just pick a number that's wrong, then you don't get the right answer. Because you have to then reduce at the end. So let me give you another one like that. See how you do. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but you're doing really well. Minus 3/4 x plus 1/6. So I want you to put this in standard form, please, and just take your time. Give yourself a full minute if you need and see how you do on that.
All right. And we were just doing standard form, correct?
Yeah, it's the same as the previous problems. No change there.
Would the final answer be 9x plus 12y equals 2?
Like this?
Yep.
Okay. What did you multiply everything by?
I multiplied everything by 12.
Yes. Now I'm going to multiply by 24 because I don't know any better.
All right.
And just see how that goes. 24y equals, okay, negative 18x plus 4. And then I move this over, so I get 18x plus 24y equals 4. But then I have to reduce. Okay, so I divide everything by 2. 9x plus 12y equals 2. Yes.
9x plus 12y equals 2. Okay, so if you do happen to use a bigger thing, you just have to notice that all of them can be reduced.
Right.
Reduce it, and then you'll still get the right answer.
So let me find something here. So what I want us to do is go through all of the forms. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 2 points, and I'm going to kind of let you work through this on your end. But let's say the points are -3, -1, and 2, 5. So the first thing I want you to find is the slope.
Okay.
Find the slope, please.
Uh,
Let me know when you get that slope.
1 1/5.
So I get 5 minus -1 over 2 minus -3.
Oh, so then, yeah, 1 1/5.
6 and 6/5. So no mixed numbers anymore.
Okay, so
You've graduated from that. Okay, so now we're going to start with point slope form. This is part B. Point slope. I want you to write the two equations.
All right.
So take a minute, see if you can write those down. Let me know when you're all done.
Okay, sounds good. Y plus 1 equals 6/5 x plus 1. I think I got the final number.
So which point did you use for this first one?
I used the 5 and -1.
There's no 5. So the points are up here. These are the points.
Oh, you'd use -3, -1, and 2 and 5.
Yes. So give that another try here.
Y minus y plus 1 equals 6x. Okay, so for -3 and 1, I got y plus 1 equals 6/5 parentheses x plus 3.
Good. And for the other one, did you do that one yet?
I'm just about to do that one.
Okay, so do that one.
Y minus 5 equals 6. And then I got y minus 5 equals 6/5 parentheses x minus 2.
Good. Okay. Now part C. Part C is to take each of these and solve for y.
All right.
And you should get the same thing for both. Now this, remember, you're gonna have to distribute this to both. So it's a little bit funky. You're gonna have to add some fractions here. So just give the first one a try, please.
All right. So would I multiply the -2 by 5?
Are you, which one are you doing? The top one or the
I'm
bottom one?
doing the one that has -2 and or 2 and 5.
Okay. So you treat this as 2 over 1, and you multiply the 6 times 2 and the 5 times 1.
So then negative 12 fifths.
Yes.
Okay. So then when I multiply all of it by 5.
Well, okay. Let me jump in here. This one was slightly different in that it was not whole numbers. All of these individual steps, though, you know how to do. So y minus 5 equals 6/5 x minus 12/5. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, now you got to add 5 to both sides. All right, now I'm going to write it, but we're not going to get the final answer quite yet. 6/5 x minus 12/5
Oh,
plus 5. 5 is really 5 over 1, but you're like, well, I want a 5 on the bottom. So
yeah.
it's 25 over 5.
All right. Okay. I was like trying to solve to the final part, and I got like negative 12 fifths by like I
Well,
don't even know how I got to
so
there.
now, so 5 is really 25 over 5. So what do these two add up to?
Uh 13 over 5.
13 over 5. So now if you take this one, this previous one,
All right. So I
so I want you
guess
to try
I
this
think
one.
that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, try this one. You should get the exact same thing as this up here. So give this one a try, please.
So I have to make the like a 5 under the 3. So then would it be 15 over 5?
Yes. So,
Okay, and
but
then
you're subtracting 1 this time. You're subtracting 1.
so then would it be
And 1 is really 5 over 5.
okay? So then
So this becomes 6/5 x plus 18 over 5 minus 5 over 5.
minus 5 over 5, and then that would be y equals 6/5 x plus 13
And
over
it's the same as above. Okay, this is so if you can try to remember this point in time and say, hey Matthew, remember that lesson we did on October 26th at 5 p.m. We did something at the end and it wasn't very clear. I'll go back and look and we can work on this together to improve it. But in our
All right.
final moments here, let's solve this. Let's put this in standard form.
Okay. You'd have to negative 6/5 x plus y equals 13 over 5.
So I think it's better to multiply by 5 first.
By 5 first? Okay.
Like whenever you see fractions, get rid of them right away. So 5y equals 6x plus 13. It's just easier to manipulate non-fractions, less things to
Yeah.
write, less chance of error. So now you subtract 6x from both sides.
So
Minus
then,
6x plus 5y equals 13. We didn't say it, but x always comes first.
yeah, I knew that thankfully before. So then I
Yeah.
guess that would be a if you're doing it just by 1, that's pretty easy.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Great lesson today.
Yeah, I
I'll
learned a
send
lot. Thank you.
I'll send you the notes and the screen recording out later today. Appreciate you scheduling and I'll see you next time.
All right. See you, Matthew. Take
Okay.
care.
Bye now.